Hi everyone, Alex here from Marketing 101. Great to see you as ever at the last BBBC. Unfortunately, the record button was forgotten in all the excitement, so I'm re-recording my presentation for you now for the hundreds of you that requested it. Hundreds. So quickly, don't forget that all my BBBC sessions are recorded and published for you to catch up on or review on alexryanuk.com/news. That's alexryanuk.com/news. So LinkedIn, pretty much everyone here, I'm guessing, is on LinkedIn, as members of the BBBC. And if you're not, yet you're doing networking, you should probably go and set yourself up a profile on your lunch break. The two go hand in hand. And we've all experienced that sinking feeling when you've posted something brilliant on LinkedIn. Maybe it took a lot of time or a lot of thought, but it flops. You get a couple of likes and nothing else. Well, today we're going to talk about how to try and avoid that by playing to the LinkedIn algorithms. So on this slide here, you can see Jim's post, and just next to the little globe under his name, it says now. That means that I was part of his sample audience for this post, sample audience. And what do we mean by a sample audience? I'll go into that in a second, because here's the basic journey that LinkedIn puts your posts on, which we'll flesh out in more detail shortly. So firstly, LinkedIn decides if your content is good enough to share at all, and then it just shows it to a few of your network, maybe 5%, your sample audience. 5% of your network see it. And if they engage with the post, then these floodgates at 5% open a little bit more. If they don't open at all, if no one engages at all, then it's into the bin, the floodgates close. So that engagement is when you get that drip-fed post. A little bit of engagement means a little bit wider floodgate. If people go crazy over your post and loads of engagements and likes, then it's going to go to a human moderator who might actually share that post outside of your network, at which point you get a notification telling you about that and you'll get very, very excited. But it's hard to come by. So really, today, what we're talking about is how to avoid the spam bucket and get ourselves into that the good quality or high quality, low quality or high quality, either kind of quality. So the don'ts first. First of all, it's a professional website, write proper. Don't tag too many people unless they were genuinely involved in what you're talking about. If you tag someone and then they don't respond, then you're going to get penalized by the LinkedIn algorithm for tagging someone pointlessly. Don't fill it full of links, URLs to other websites. Avoid those hashtags that people who are desperate for attention use. Then they don't work. Don't use those. And don't post too often. They will chuck you straight into the spam bucket. So 3 hours minimum gap between posts. The do's: use genuine tags. So tags being tagging a person. If they were there, tag them. Get them involved, try and draw them into the conversation. That's going to work fantastically. Niche content works best. That's pretty true of all marketing, really. So do be niche. Use the kind of keywords that people might include in web search to help people find your content. So those of you that know about SEO, we've talked about SEO before. Think about SEO for that purpose as well with these posts. Keywords is really good. And then also use a few varied hashtags. One broad, one specific, and one niche. And that's going to see you best on the hashtag front. So outbound links. Up until a couple of years ago, you were advised not to include outbound links in your post, but to drop them in as a comment instead. So you'd make your post and you take your outbound link to whatever website you're promoting, your business probably, put it in the first comment. This was because LinkedIn penalized you for trying to send their users away from their website. Now, recently, I've actually directly asked LinkedIn, a LinkedIn official, about this, and he told me it's no longer true because the mobile app actually opens outbound links within the LinkedIn app. It doesn't send you off to your web browser. And so therefore the dwell time isn't damaged because they haven't really left LinkedIn, and they'll be back shortly. So personally, I believe him, but that call is yours. So maybe experiment with your outbound link, both in your actual post and in the first comment as well. On this slide is your most important tip of the day. LinkedIn gives you 1 hour to prove yourself, or at least it gives your post 1 hour to prove itself. So within that hour, you've got to make sure you get as many engagements as possible, as many people looking at it and engaging. So a few tips: don't post at midnight in the hope that everyone's going to see it first thing the next morning. It's a business platform. Post within business hours, or you can experiment with evenings or weekends, but make sure to monitor the success. Tag people who will definitely engage. I've already covered this twice. This is the third time. It's the most important thing. We want engagements and comments and shares and likes. So tag those people that are definitely going to engage, so that and maybe send them a WhatsApp. Let them know straight away, I've tagged you on LinkedIn. Please go and get involved. Get those engagements in that first hour. Try and include something in your post that will get people commenting. So you'll see things like, what do you think about this? Or do you agree with me on this? Or what's your take on this? Or was this useful? Would you like to see more? Ask questions that are going to get those comments, because comments are LinkedIn's favorite thing. Use the hour after you've posted as your hangout to do your LinkedIn. Respond to your inbox messages, go and comment on other posts on your LinkedIn network, any activity in that hour that might drive people to your page, then to your post, and then to engage on your post. Get it right first time. So it definitely seems that editing after you've posted upsets the algorithms. Ask people to go and support your posts. I've already talked about messaging the person that you tagged, but what about your WhatsApp groups of friends, family, networking groups, or round robin email to your staff? Ask people to go and engage. Now, you can't do this with every LinkedIn post, but if you've spent time on something, if you've written an article or you've done some research, you're really proud, maybe you've made a video, you're really proud of this post, just go and ask a few people to support it. You can probably get away with that once or twice a month, I reckon. I feel like I can. So, likes, shares, comments. Which ones are the best? So I'm looking up here. That's where my visuals are. Likes, shares, and comments. Which are best? So this might be a myth. I can't substantiate it, but apparently there is a point system for the engagements. Engagements is the umbrella term for all of these. And apparently, you need to hit 23 points in that first hour in order for the floodgates to be flung open wide. That's what I've heard. I mean, it certainly seems to make sense. If you post something and everyone goes crazy for it, obviously it's going to show it to more people. So these are the points. Comments are the most important, as LinkedIn loves discussion. But each of those items, as it happens, is going to add up. And you want to hit those 23 points made of the variety of comments, likes, and shares. So finally, what to post on LinkedIn. These are numbered in an order that LinkedIn prioritizes them. So number one, text is LinkedIn's favorite. Unlike most other platforms, this is a business platform. It likes text. It likes healthy debate. Number two, anything that LinkedIn is promoting is going to get kind of pumped up to the top. So it's new or it's unique tools like LinkedIn Live, articles or slides. Go and use the tools that LinkedIn has created. It's going to favor those. 3 and 4, photos and videos actually don't give any benefit within the LinkedIn algorithm. It's not going to throw you high because of them. But from a user, a UX perspective, it might stop people in their tracks as they're scrolling. So scrolling through, it might just stop them in their tracks. So do use them, but be sure to back them up with some great text, because that's what LinkedIn loves. And then finally, you can share other people's stuff. You can reshare. But remember, people are going to go through to the original post and comment on that. They're going to read that, comment like, and they're not engaging with yours. So if you want them to engage with yours, make it work by adding an opinion to your share. Don't just share alone. I'm aware I didn't really tell you what to actually post on the last slide. So here it is. Screenshot that. Use all the learning we've discussed alongside these kinds of content, and you'll set yourself in good stead for the occasional smashing LinkedIn post. That's all for now. Don't forget to catch up with all the recordings from the BBBC on alexryanuk.com/news, or come and connect with me. I've got blogs and podcasts and all kinds of other lovely things on alexryanuk.com/connect. Thank you very much. See you next time. Ow, I hit my hand on the table.